Hi everyone, my name is Marilene Quintana. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and director of e-Visa Immigration. In today's video, we are going to talk about study permit. But before we begin, please subscribe to our channel and follow us on all social medias. Click on the little bell right below so you can receive weekly notifications of new videos, and please feel free to leave us a comment. A study permit is a document issued by the Government of Canada that allows prospective students to study in Canada at Canadian designated learning institutions. It is important to remember that a study permit does not allow you to enter Canada, and you also need a visa stamped in your passport in order to travel to Canada. If you are applying for a study permit from outside Canada, most likely the Canadian consulate will issue a letter that will allow you to have the study permit and also the visa that will allow you to enter Canada. However, if you are applying for a study permit from inside Canada, you are only going to receive the study permit, not the authorization to re-enter Canada. So that's very important for you to know. If you are planning to study in Canada for less than 6 months, you may not need to apply for a study permit. This is because visitor visas can allow you to study in Canada for up to 6 months. However, if you wish to stay in Canada longer, you must plan from the beginning what's going to be your strategy to apply, because the first study permit can only be applied from outside Canada with exception of few scenarios. So if it's your intent to stay in Canada longer, it is very important to plan ahead, either before you come to Canada or right after you arrive in Canada. Now let's talk about study permit eligibility. In order to apply for a study permit, you are required to present your passport. Please bear in mind that it is recommended for your passport to be valid for the entire period of your studies, plus 90 days. Otherwise, your study authorization will be limited to the validity of your passport. You also need to have been already accepted in a Canadian institution and have handed your letter of acceptance to include in your application. This is because your study permit will only be issued for the duration of your program plus 90 days, and what dictates the duration of your program is this letter. You also need to convince an officer that you have ties to your home country and you have reasons to return to your home country after a period of studies. Most important, you also need to prove that you have enough funds to support yourself and your family members during your stay in Canada without working. A lot of people ask me if I'm going to be allowed to work part-time and my spouse is also going to be allowed to work full-time, why I cannot consider that I will have enough means to support myself through the work in Canada. This is because the government wants to secure that if you are here in Canada and for any reason you cannot find employment or something happens and you are not able to work, you are still going to be able to support yourself and your family members without the need of work. The minimum amount required for your application depends on a series of factors, including age, your career prospects, the current economic scenario in your home country, the course that you are studying, and how long you are proposing to stay in Canada. As the minimum threshold, the government requires that you cover the first year of tuition and enough funds to support yourself and your family for the first year. At e-Visa, we usually recommend for you to have at least 30 to 50% more of the minimum requirement so you have a safer application. You may also need to prove that you have no previous criminal conviction and that you have not done anything illegally in any other country that you have visited or studied, even though it's a country that is different from Canada. If you do not meet the eligibility requirements, the officer may refuse your application. Needless to say, if you provided false or misleading information, your application may also be refused. However, it's going to be very hard to reverse that decision. e-Visa Group, it is a full-service agency, and we can assist you since the beginning of your education planning, helping you to get accepted into a Canadian university or college, applying for your visa application for you and your family, and also helping you with your medical insurance at the time you arrive in Canada. If you have had a previous refusal, we can also work with you to create a strategy and try to reverse that decision. And if you are interested, our contact information is right below in the description of this video. Let's talk about processing time. Depending on your home country, government processing times may vary from few weeks to several months. So it is very important for you to apply with time to have proper time to prepare your application, to submit the documents to the Canadian government, and have it processed before the expected start date of your program of studies. We strongly recommend for your study plan to begin at least 6 months prior to the beginning of your classes, or preferably with at least 1 year before the expected beginning of your classes. I think that's all for today. If you are interested in knowing more about our education and combo visa services, contact us today. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and feel free to leave us a comment right below. Thanks for watching. See you next time.